Welcome to LSC. It's your local sports channel. Tonight it's high school basketball. We're over at Phoebus High School where the Phoebus Phantoms are playing host to the Bethel Bruins. This has been a great year starting off already. The four Hampton high schools are looking great. Right now we got Brent Musgrove with Roy Johnson, head girls basketball coach at Bethel High School.
Thanks, Bob. Of course, I'm here with head coach Roy Johnson of the Lady Bruins. Congratulations the other night on a great victory, man. 20-some point plus on the Hampton Crabbers. That's not a bad start. Four girls in double figures. We've talked about your guards. That's pretty impressive. But what I was more interested in, when you left that game and you got home the next day, what did you take from that game you felt like you might need to work on?
Well, to be honest, I think a little bit more conditioning. You know, I thought that the girls was playing hard, but was getting a little worn down at times, and that we needed to go ahead and pick it up and practice a little more. Also, we definitely just have to find ways, because we're small, to find ways to defend bigger posts, because Pearson had a great day on us. So we just have to find other things, but I think that they did, all in all, they did pretty good.
Well, I have to congratulate you again. Yeah, all in all, it's pretty good, but Pearson did put up a lot of points. But like you said, you could focus on her, but you ran the team off the floor. That's pretty much what happened. Your defense looks strong other than that. Now let's talk about a couple of your players.
Okay. Let's
talk about Nadia Roberts, if you will. Tell us about her.
Well, India Roberts is one of those athletic girls that can do a lot of things for you. You know, if we did high jump, or if we tried to get her high jumping or her vertical jump, I think it would probably be up into 30s to almost 40, because the girl can get off the floor. And she's so athletic and she's feisty, you know, and we love having her on our team, and she's just a junior, so that's a great thing.
Well, she's a great scorer and a great ball handler. But let's talk about another good ball handler you have, and that's the transfer young lady, Alexis Gray. Tell us about her.
Well, you know, it's interesting. You learn more when they're on your team than when you're watching them from afar. And, you know, the good thing about Alexis is, one, she comes to practice and works hard daily. And then the other thing is she's just a skilled basketball player. And her knowledge of the game really has helped with the team chemistry and with everything that we've got going on here at Bethel right now.
Well, I'm going to give you the last question. You're coming here tonight, and you're facing Phoebus girls who are coming off a victory also. Yeah. You've had a chance to look, and you know some of these players. What do you see in Phoebus tonight, and what do you have to do to have your way?
Well, Phoebus is also as scrappy as we are, you know, and we're just going to have to be able to impose our will on them. You know, it's going to be the team that imposes their will that's going to win this game tonight. And, you know, I know it's going to be a battle because, you know, me and Coach Brooks work together. So this will be fun. You know, it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, you like to run. Do you see the same thing from them?
Yes, I do. I do.
Well, Coach, thank you again for all your help during the week and talking with us and getting all these girls out here for us to take a look at. Thanks, guys. Okay, Bob, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brent. Appreciate it. Listen, both of these teams are coming over off of wins. They both won their opening contests, and Bethel looked so good. They were in your face up and down. Now, Phoebus has only got 8 players that are eligible right now. They'll end up with 11. Right now, we also have the officials. I might as well talk to them. Well, I got Alex Askew is the main guy. These other 2 guys are David Gray and Pete Showalter. This has always been a great contest for these 2 teams. They love to play against each other. But if you look at the David Brooks, who is now the head coach over here at Phoebus, he was a JV coach for 3 years at Bethel High School, so he knows these girls on the Bethel Bruins. Right now we got Brent. Brent's got David Brooks. Let's go to Brent.
Thanks, Bob. Of course, like you said, I got head coach David Brooks of the Lady Bruins. Coach, congratulations. No, I'm sorry, Lady Phantoms. My head's going about 9 ways. I've been talking to 13 people today. Anyway, great game the other night. Good start for the season.
Yes, sir.
Having said that, I'll ask you one of the similar questions. What do you see after this first victory as your team's strengths going into the night?
I think our team's strength is definitely our veterans. You know, we got a lot of experience. We got 4 seniors that have been together since they were about in the 9th grade, and you know they showed a lot of patience on the offensive end. They played together on the defensive end. We do a better job on the rebound, and we'll be a pretty hard threat this year for a couple teams.
Okay, well, let's talk about a couple of your players that you indicated. Let's talk about Miss Artist. Tell us a little bit about her. She's been around a while.
Yes, she has. Kiana Artist, she's a junior. She played for me since she was a JV basketball player. She's definitely a true definition of a point guard, kind of a scoring point guard. She looks to score first, but she definitely drop it off to her teammates. She's unselfish with the basketball, and she don't mind getting a little gritty on the defensive end.
So she'll go to the floor and pick up anything that's out there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She definitely will. Playing for me, she better.
All right, let's talk about spell it for me. Scriven? Is that the way?
Scriven, Maria Scriven. Yeah, she's a senior. She's been one of the leaders on this team since she was a 9th grader. She's been starting since I believe about 9th or 10th grade. You know, I just got over here last year. But she's definitely a post player. She's a 3 or 4, but you know, we use her inside and out as much as we can. Definitely a good rebounder. Great footwork inside the paint, has a knack for the basketball, and a leader just on all aspects of the floor.
Thanks, Coach. Now the last question. I'm looking at two what I believe to be guard-oriented teams. So tell me what you see in this team tonight. What do you have to do to see if you can make it your way?
We got to keep this team in front of us. This team is definitely very quick. You know, I got a lot of experience coaching against these girls. Pretty much coached the whole team over there when I was at Bethel as a JV coach. They're lightning fast at the guard. They're guard heavy, and that's where their strengths. We keep this team in front of them. You know, we bang them up a little bit, and definitely don't let them get to the boards on us. And I think we'll be just fine. Just got to keep them in front of us and close out on them and make them kill us from the outside. Because, you know, Naira Williams, she's definitely aggressive and deadly when she gets inside the paint.
Well, Coach, I thank you very much for your insight. We'll hopefully use that during the game.
Yes,
thanks for all your help during the week, and we'll see you the next time.
Yes,
all right, guys, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. There's only one me over here, that guy's, but I'm over here. I want to talk a little about our crew. Got Randy Bagoli, he's got the shot you're seeing right now. Susan Bowers, Wube Cabrera, and Steve Fryer, who was doing Brent's interviews. Doing the audio, and the chief engineer, Greg Lesko. Camera control, Renee Camden. We got done. Is Andy with us tonight? Oh, I'm glad. Andy is here. He's going to be our director and our executive producer. Good interviews with you on that. This is very unique that you've got a coach that knows so much about these girls on the other team because he coached in one of their JVs. This got to be a little bit surreal for him.
Well, I got to talk to him before we did the interview. That's why I got kind of confused about what I was talking about. And I had the questions lined up, and I was half-crossed between the two of them. But like he said, he's coached these girls, like you said, he's coached these girls on and off for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's seen them whether they played at Kickintan or wherever they played. I think we're going to see a fast-paced game. I don't know how much zone we're going to be, because how are you going to stop that Bethel round of guards, Bob? How are you going to do it?
I don't see how you're going to. I don't see how you can slow them down, because they've got not only the Williams girl that is so quick and fast, but the great girl that came over from Kickintan, who was probably one of the best guards. So they got a 2-guard combo, plus they got a third guard, the little girl for them that just runs up and down the court. You know, they just got 3 guards that will get in your face and put pressure on the defense, and that's what you want if you're a Bethel Bruin.
Well, if you look at the girls, Bob, when they played Hampton the other night, they put up over 70 points in that game, and that tells you just how quick and how well they are at shooting.
Well, they got a lot of points off their defense, and that's the key. And they don't want the other team to get comfortable to be able to get into their half-court defense. That's why they do the pressure. If I can turn the ball over, but I can get them so discombobulated that all of a sudden they can't remember how to run their offense. That's what we want to do.
Well, I just heard Phoebus coach explain this. The coach was telling us and everybody else that he has to keep that team in front of him. His players have to keep those players in front of him.
Absolutely.
And explain to him what he means by that.
Well, he wants to make sure that they stay between those players are guarding and the basket. You can't let them get behind you, because if you do, then you're outnumbered. And we've seen Naira Williams is a great passer underneath the basket. If she gets pressured, she can hand the ball off and get it to one of the big gals underneath the basket and get an easy basket.
Well, we know it's going to be tough because we watched them against Hampton, and they were able to pretty much penetrate at will.
Wow, yeah.
But Hampton had, 7 freshmen on the team or something like that? They've got a long way to come. So,
well, but I tell you that the coach over there has done a great job.
Oh, yeah.
But being the second year here with David Brooks, this is kind of starting to be his team now. And I was watching young lady Kiana Artist.
warm-ups?
Let me tell you, I was watching the three-point line, and I was standing there next to Stephen Fry, and he says, look at her. She's made 4 in a row from the three-point line, and then she dropped back a little, and then 5, and then dropped, and then 6. She made 8 in a row, and the last one, she was about 4 or 5 feet back from the three-point line, and she's not very big.
Well, she's definitely got a good motion there.
Oh,
I'm
she
looking
does.
forward to it. So LSC, your local sports channel, is about to bring you the Phoebus Phantoms and the Bethel Bruins, 2 undefeated girls teams, both coming off of pretty good victories on Tuesday night.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about this. They're evidently not going to introduce the starters. Number 2, Kiana Artis.
It's for Phoebus.
This is for Phoebus, right. Lanisha Love, number 4. Number 23, Brittany Rooks. Number 32, Maria Shriven. And 33, Jamaica Carby. Who you've got the Bethel Bruins.
For the Bethel Bruins, you got number 2 starting Kayla. Well, here we go. He's got him up on the screen.
Those are Phantoms, right. Now you can
right.
see who we were talking about.
All right, and we'll come right back with the Bethel Bruins. And here we are, Kayla James, Medea Roberts, Alexis Great, Naira Williams, and Kelsey Phillips starting for the Lady Bruins. And folks, you're about to see a real display of some ball handling and guard work by these 2 teams. So buckle up your seatbelts and pay attention. Phantoms come down with the ball on the jump.
And that's Kiana Artis with the ball, just a junior, but I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the way she shoots the ball. And they've set some screens, and there's a shot, and she will put it up underneath. We got a foul against, it looks like it's against the Kickintan Warriors.
If you can see who he called.
And I think there's number 4.
Well, they don't show it over here.
No, so I think it was number 4 for the
Bruins.
Bruins, and that's
Roberts.
Oh yeah, that's Roberts. I'm sorry. It was a blocking foul.
Yep.
But you see, both teams are scrappy. Naira Williams coming down with the ball, looking to pass the ball, and there's one of the shooters. But the rebound goes to Jamaica Carby.
Phoebus only allowed 1 shot, so that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, they're going to try to limit as much as they can. They don't want to give. You don't want to give the other team easy baskets underneath the basket on a rebound. But you can see how hard it is for them to pass the ball out front. Long shot that time by the Phantoms.
Good save.
Rebound. Yeah.
Good save by Great right there.
And that was Kayla James making that save underneath. We got another foul.
I think he called that on 4.
Your guess good as mine, but it looked like Lanisha Love got the foul, and that puts
Williams on the line.
Yeah, Naira Williams missed the first one. I was impressed with the number of points that this team put on the board against Hampton. Hampton's got a pretty good team. But Phoebus, Bethel just up and down the court. Good shot that time, cameraman Stephen Fry. And look at, they're picking up full court, and that's what they want to do.
After the shot made, Bethel will do that a lot.
Well, they're going to do the touch fouls.
Here we go.
This is some of the couple of things that we have to talk about tonight. That you can't put your hand on the offensive player.
Period.
If you do, they're going to call a foul. The second big one is when a foul shot is shot, they can leave the go into the lane immediately. They do not have to wait till the ball hits the rim like they used to. But the shooter can't. They're double teaming every chance to get. What a great pass. Oh my goodness. Lanisha Love, the senior, put that ball up. I don't know how she found her on the pass. She was clear across the other court. But that zone right now is kind of confusing the Bruins. And the ball went right to Kayla James. Put it right back, got a quick 2 points. That's an easy basket.
Well, you see how Bethel is jumping the ball. And that was number 23.
23 is Brittany Rooks. And nice stroke that time. It gives the 2-point lead to the Phantoms. And they want Bethel to shoot the outside shot. Oh, nice.
Oh, good block.
And it was good block. The rebound was by Kelsey Phillips, but she got a shot block, but Bruins got the ball back. Another rebound, this time by Williams. And now we got a foul.
That's going to be your second foul,
Yeah,
I
that's
believe.
Roberts, yes.
I didn't see much contact, but
Now, Justin Coles enters the game for Jamaica Carby for the Phantoms.
all right, you
Love throws the ball in, and now we're full court again. Kiana just going right on down, going to take the shot. Long rebound. Long rebound.
well, they're looking inside.
And that might have been a walk. Yep. That was a walk. She
Good
took
call.
one extra step, and I didn't know he was going to seem like he hesitated before he blew the whistle.
What I liked about it, if you watch the defender there, hand straight up overhead, did
Yeah.
not reach in.
Yeah.
And that's what all these new rules have led to. They've got to be a whole lot more conscious about how they play defense now.
And you'll see that they'll throw, the zone won't get as much as fouls are called them against as the man-to-man will, because you have a tendency to put your hand on the man
When you're running with them.
When you're running with them, and that was a error by the Bruins. They just threw the ball too hard,
Well,
went out of bounds. So that's an unforced error.
They tried to throw a skip pass and got a little bit too long on the skip.
Talk about Skip. It's your nephew, isn't it?
No, it's my son-in-law.
Oh, that's right. I knew he was some related. Yeah, 5
That's
seconds.
gotta
That
be.
was a great job of
Yep.
defense that time.
Yeah, I'm wondering when they're going to start picking up on that, because she was looking at the time, but she just kept the ball on the floor.
Yeah. Alexis Great will bring the ball up. She's number 5, and she is a penetrator, too. Her and Williams both penetrate. It's a little tougher to penetrate against the zone.
Yeah, they're playing a 2-3 zone, and it's almost a matchup on that back line. If somebody comes across the paint, they'll almost pick them up. And the only way it's going to change is Bethel's going to have to hit a few of those long shots. Nice. She had the opportunity.
Yeah, that was great. She got the rebound, went up, and just short-armed it a hair. But Phoebus knocked the ball out of bounds.
There's great right there.
No, that's Kayla James. She's the
That's
three-pointer.
right. That's right.
She hit that three-pointer against Hampton. And there was a bump. There was no doubt about that. That was Devonna Braxton for the Bruins picking up the foul. And you did it right out here in the middle, right in front of the officials. So that's kind of saying, oh, okay, we're going to call that because we can see it.
Watch me.
Yeah. Oh, good steal by Kayla James. The ball is kicked out of bounds. The Bruins will get the ball out underneath their basket. Now Williams will bring it in.
It's going to be difficult until Bethel hits a couple of those long shots like
Yeah.
just did a minute ago. See what it does to that zone. Nice kick. There's another one. Good rebound. Good rebound.
That was the rebound that time by Love.
Not a breakaway. Okay.
And I tell you, you kind of like a little Kiana. She wasn't going to let her get an easy two-shot point. She got the foul, puts Great on the line. But
what do they say? If you're going to foul them, don't let them make the shot.
and Great's not the tallest lady out there. Kiana a little smaller, but she wasn't going to let her get an easy one. There's a good shot with the cameraman down there underneath that basket. Here's a replay of that. You can see she's going in for the ball, right? And she,
Yes,
whoa!
sir.
You're not getting that shot off.
Not today. Well, she missed them both.
And the ball went out of bounds, and it'll be the Bruins ball out underneath the basket. And Ira Williams is going to bring it. Is going to bring in start the offense.
A little surprised she missed both of his free throws.
Yeah.
The other night, Bethel was just really right on shooting what they did. They didn't shoot a lot of them, but
Carby re-enters the contest for the for the Phantoms.
good rebound. That's by Love again. She's had 2 shots, just can't get it to go down.
Oh, they got a breakaway. Well, good move. Here's this young lady I was talking about. She gets hot. Oh, nice steal. She got bumped. She got bumped a little bit. And that was
23.
Maria Triven, the senior, that picked up the foul that put Great on the line, shooting 2 for the Bruins.
Well, I can't see who he called it on. I thought it was 23.
No. It was 32.
Okay.
Yeah. Boy, they're not. I know that the coach has got to say, what's going on here? We can't make an outside shot and watch the replay. Oh, that was the replay. We just got done seeing. But, yeah, this is the team that just
couldn't miss anything the other night.
And I don't know how many free throws they missed, Brad. They missed both of those.
Well, they're right now, they're 1 of 6.
1 of 6.
I didn't see it. I was looking over the scorebook trying to figure this thing out, Bob. I just a little stunned that I'm going to tell you what, they're not shy, though.
But the long rebounds, the Bruins are getting the long rebounds. And there's another one.
Oh, I love the way she pulled it.
She said, listen, you're not going to get the ball from me. No look pass. Good rebound there that time by Kelsey Phillips.
Good pass.
Good. And again, another miss, but good job that time. Follow up by
33.
Brown.
Yeah, that was
Barnes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Barnes, yeah.
Wow. And I know that Roy Johnson say, hey, settle down. You guys aren't shooting the shot right. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Just make sure it's an easy shot. And here's a replay of the last pass right there.
It's a great feed inside, but she went right back up and got.
And yeah, that was a good rebound.
Yes,
She
it was.
stayed position. She didn't assume that ball was going to go in the basket.
I think it
And
was.
Bethel called timeout. That was, and I know Roy Johnson's saying, hey, something's going on here, but he's got some good assistant coaches. He's got Sarah Baycoat, Amber Easter, who played at Bethel High School, and Fabian Davis. And so he's got some good coaches that are helping him. But, you just got to settle the Lady Bruins down. Right now, they don't look comfortable in what they're doing.
Well, you're talking about their coaches. Baycoat, of course, is a name synonymous with Hampton sports. And Amber Easter, we both remember her. She was quite a player in her day. Not that her day is over, but she really was quite impressive.
Boy, I tell you, you don't put that ball out there.
Well,
you put that ball anywhere close to it, they're going to reach for it.
That's right. It's hard when you get in tight like that to keep the ball on the floor.
Yeah, it is.
I'm talking about dribbling it because, like you say, Bethel's going to go down there and try to take it away from you.
Kiana's inbound the ball out for, and she's the smallest one, and sometimes you don't want the smallest girl to shoot that ball underneath. And look at that little shot. That's a good little follow through, nice little floater.
Well, with 1:27 left, Bob, we're almost where we started. It's an 8-7 ball game in favor of Bethel right now, but Phoebus has the ball.
Well, the Bruins just threw a ball away, another turnover.
You see who they like to handle the ball.
Yep. Kayla James was trying to keep the ball away from him, but and if you remember the other night, she was guarding a young lady, and the Hampton Pearson set a screen and knocked her down. I mean, it was a great screen.
Lord. Yeah, I hurt for about 3 minutes after that screen.
I'm impressed with they're not afraid of this Bethel Bruin team.
That was a little step back.
Nice rebound that time by Kelsey Phillips. Bring the ball up.
I'm impressed with the way both teams are handling the pressure.
Yeah.
Phoebus has come a long way. Of course, they like to go to one person to handle the ball coming up court, and it's very obvious why. And that's James.
Kayla James again. She's probably one of about 5 from the field. Diana basically is the starter in the offense.
Well, it was a good penetration. I have to say, for all the comments that we've heard about free throws, you know, we're looking at 8 free fouls have been called in the first quarter, and we were anticipating it being a whole lot worse at one point when we heard about it. And one of them saw some scrimmages.
Yeah. Well, especially when it was a Hampton or the Peninsula District people. And here we got another breakaway.
My.
Another missed layup. Holy moly. And I don't know the last time I saw
Somebody.
Naira Williams miss layups like that.
No, me. Of course, she went with her left hand, and a lot of players never do get that down. Good, just took it right over.
Took it right out of her hand. They did a good job of blocking out so she didn't get the last shot. 8-7. Yeah, they had that many points in the first 2 minutes the other night.
Yeah, they scored.
But you gotta take your hat off to the Phoebus Phantoms.
Right.
The girls are doing a great job.
We're seeing a little bit more. I think they're both a little tentative. They're coming in here with a win under their belt. It's decisive wins by 20 points each team. And like you said, we saw the Bethel game the other night, and they couldn't miss. Right now, they just appear a little tentative when they're going to the boards or getting their shots. I think they're like about, let me just give it to you. Bethel right now has made 3 buckets, 3 field goals, and they probably shot, 14 times?
Oh, a minimum, yes. And I would say 15, and then you can get a percentage out of that, which is not good.
Let me just tell you where Bethel is with their 8 points. They've got James with 5 points. We've missed 5 of 6. Here's a replay of the Phoebus last score.
And that's that nice little a floater that time by Kiana Artis. Just a great technician.
Well, where we would probably see a bigger lead if Bethel were hitting free throws. They're 1 of 6 in the first quarter on free throws. So
that's
not them.
Yeah,
that's not them.
Now the Phoebus girls have done a great job this summer. They went to 3 different camps. They went to camp up in UVA. We're talking team camp. They went over to Old Dominion and then at Christian Newport. So they have gotten where they have really gelled together as a unit, and that's what you want them to do.
And that's what those things are about as much as everybody else getting a look at the talent that comes up there. And that's part of what happens, too. But
yeah.
It's almost a bonding experience between these players. By the time they get here and start practicing for the real season, they know each other very well. Just to give you the Phoebus side of the scoring, you got 3 players with 1 bucket apiece. 2 twos and 1 3. Nice turn. She was a little surprised that she was so alone, I believe.
Yeah, she was wide open, and that was Barnes, and missed another little layup.
Nice pass. It just is not getting it to fall. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to check. At halftime, I'm going to see if there's cellophane on that thing, because I'm telling you what. Nice move.
Oh,
nice move. It was Love.
She did a great move that time. Used the basket, used the backboard, and you and I have talked about that a lot.
I'm trying to see if this bucket was good.
I think you're going to say it was good. That basket was good. And that puts Naira Williams on the line. Right now, Kayla.
Who was the foul on? I didn't see who that was.
I missed it too, but Kayla James is sitting on the bench. She got 2 quick fouls, and he took her out, let her sit down a little bit.
Well,
you don't want to get the 3rd one if you can help it. But she played 4 minutes with 2 fouls. Hey, she's the only one who made free throws. That was a old-fashioned 3-point play. Did he call 5 seconds or did he give him a timeout?
I think he gave him a timeout. I think he gave.
Yep, timeout. But it was pretty close to a 5-second call that time. The defense for the Bruins are putting up, and this is what Roy Williams wants to do, is don't let them get the ball to the guards. Make them throw the ball to somebody who is not used to dribbling the ball with pressure. And that's normally the players that play underneath the basket with the back to the basket rather than facing the basket.
I'm going to have to go over at halftime and check the official scorebook. Because when the officials turn to give the number to the scoring table, it's on the opposite side from them, and all I'm seeing is his back. And so I'm just going to have to, if I don't get the number on the floor when he calls the whistle, I'm going to have to.
Well, halftime, we might have to go
Yeah,
over
that's
there
what I'm
and
gonna do,
update your book a little bit.
That's what I said, yes. All right.
Kayana's bringing the ball up.
It's still a 2-point game, Bob.
Yeah.
7 minutes to go in the second quarter. And somebody's going to have to count at some point.
That's another 5-second call.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody's got to come and bail her out.
Yeah.
She's dribbling the ball. Nobody is breaking open to where she can get the ball to her, and then she turns the ball over, and you can say, oh, well, why did she pass it? Well, nobody to pass to.
If you looked at the other 4 players, they were standing.
Yeah.
Good shot, but she backed away from the rebound.
Yeah, she did there. That's Jarvis. She came in for
Good hustle. She went all the
Kayla
way.
James.
She went all the way across the floor.
Nice pass. Oh, good rebound that time by Braxton. Got the missed shot, rebound, missed shot, put it in, got a chance for a 3-point play. And right now, 4 points, that's the biggest lead anybody's had tonight.
I got no idea who he called that on.
You know, and until we say something to the officials, so maybe one of them will kind of come over to us and let us know which one it is.
If they don't, I'm going to try to talk to them at halftime, see if they give us a little help.
Well, let's see somebody. Go ahead.
They've been very good talking to us and everything. I
Yeah.
don't think they thought about it.
Smallest player on the floor got the rebound. What a great feed.
Thank you. A good feed.
But they called traveling on her. That was, that was Kirby.
All right.
All right, let's see. Bethel, this zone is really confusing them. They're getting the outside shots, but they just can't make them.
Well, I'm telling you what, she's getting shots that usually fall. They're just.
And that was Braxton.
Yeah.
Got her own rebound, put it back up and missed it again the second time. Bethel wants to fast break and run.
You see Love in there just battling as hard as she can. Backcourt. Yep.
She stopped and started walking. You don't do that. They may not blow that whistle.
Thank you.
But another.
Don't make it easy. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying. Don't make it easy.
Don't make the job easy for the officials. Make them work for it. They're getting paid. But they're not doing anything any different than what we had expected. It's been a good referee
Good
game
clean
so
game.
far.
Yeah, been a good game. Oh, that.
See.
Can't do that.
Now, she knew, Braxton knew just as soon as she made contact. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that.
That's her second, too.
That's 4 fouls on that position. All right, let's see what happens. Inbounds in for the Phantoms. Good inbounds play.
Yes.
Shot taken.
Yeah, I think it went out of bounds on the
Yeah, she bounced it out of bounds.
All right, Phoebus needs to get over this single-digit hump here, buddy. I mean, they just can't get past that 9 number.
Kelsey Phillips comes back in and replaces Braxton in the Bethel lineup.
Littlest girl out there, she jumped. Gosh, she still ain't come down. She's so light.
That's Kayla James.
Yeah, she went up there and knocked that back at the
You see
inbound.
who she's guarding? She's guarding somebody that's about 6 inches taller than she is. Oh, nice hustle. Nice hustle. As
Stay
the
behind.
coach,
Boy, is she quick. Man, my Lord. She
James
just stole it right
stole
back
the
from.
ball. Hey, I didn't get the basket, but I got the ball back.
Oh, my gosh. Boy, Bethel looked so strong the other night. Down court, she's not looking down
Nah.
court.
She's not a ball handler.
Yeah.
She got the ball to Kiana. Yeah, she was definitely bumped.
I think she's going to call it.
Barnes, number 33, is the one that got the foul.
That's what I want to make sure of.
Yeah, she bumped her as she was going to the basket. That's a two-shot foul. Bethel is in the 1-and-1, and the Phantoms, they've only had 5 fouls called against them.
That's the Phantoms, right? Yes.
Yeah. All right, nice touch that time by
Scriven.
Shriven. Yeah, Maria does a great. She's one of the seniors in the squad. They've got a lot of seniors. Got one freshman.
Well, I hope she makes it because I already marked it down.
But
Oh,
you jinxed her.
Yeah, I
you
did.
jinxed her.
I did.
Kayla James, get the ball up.
My Lord.
That I don't know if that rim has got a lot of
Vibration or what?
vibration or what's going on, but they have missed at least 8 layups,
Yeah.
minimum. What I call cripples. And little Kiana Artist taking that ball to the basket, drawing the foul, getting the point. Got a chance to tie this game up.
I have no idea who the foul's in. But we've got a few minutes and I'll find out. I'll catch it all.
Well, whoever's Gardner's got the foul, and I
but
wasn't sure who it was.
It was in the crowd. That's what I'm saying. That she drove in there. And she made that.
We
All
got
right,
a tie game.
Yes, sir. 4 minutes to go, and it's tied up. I think Bethel might be, after the other night's game, might be a little bit surprised at what they're facing. But this zone seems to be doing a good job.
Yeah.
Although Bethel's been penetrating and getting the shots, like you just said a minute ago.
And it's not because they've taken some nice outside shots, but they have missed layup after layup. And that was the case where you're trying to dribble through the zone. You
almost
can't dribble through the zone.
Well, I'll tell you, she launched that from the next county.
Well, I watched right here earlier
That's the one
tonight. Yeah, she could flat shoot the ball. So can she.
Yes, sir.
And that's Kayla James, and she got a 3. Put the Bruins back up in front. And we got a timeout. Let's
big.
see, and it's the Phoebus' timeout. The coach called it.
That was a big shot she just hit. She's missed about 4,
Well,
and she finally got something to
well,
fall.
and this will give her a little bit
Oh,
of
yeah.
confidence
Oh,
too.
yeah. You got to get that first one in before you start feeling a little better about yourself.
But if they make 1 or 2 layups, they might feel a little bit better about making those 2. I just can't believe how many they've missed.
Yeah, when we watched them play Tuesday night, I mean, it was like there was a direction signal up there above the hoop and knocking it in the basket every time they put it on the board. And they've missed, like you say, 7 or 8.
Well,
Under the bucket.
sometimes they get the rims at the different schools
Tight.
a little different, and if they're tight and you hit it just right, it vibrates, it kicks the ball out. You can't really see it unless you had super slow motion. You can see the vibration.
We'll know more the second half and see if Phoebus gets that basket, if it makes a
Yeah.
difference. Of course, it's their home basket. They might be well aware of it.
They may know how to shoot the ball where the vibration helps you.
Getting too technical out there, Bob. We got to slow that down.
Well, vibration is a little tricky.
Well, coming back out for the last 3.5 minutes. And Phoebus Bethel just took a 3-point lead.
Well, they were up by 4, and then the Phantoms tied it. Now, because that 3-pointer is back up, the Bethel girls want to do full court. They want to up tempo. They want to try to wear the other team out. Right now, I don't think they're going to wear this Phoebus team out.
You can't do that, yes. That little bit of step in front of her, she got the foul. That was...
Is that James? That's your third. Wow, you might want to think, you don't want her to get 4 fouls. Not in the first half.
Let's see if they pull it. I'm not sure if it's second or third because we had some confusion there in one of them.
Yeah, we've got a 1-and-1 for the Phantoms. But you see they're contesting not only the rebound, but then the outlet pass.
Yes. Here oh, I thought she was going to put that up again.
Yeah, she is.
Was close to right,
Back
and
there.
she hit it.
Well, maybe the coach knows more than I do. We need her in there.
Yeah, tell her to quit playing
Well,
defense.
maybe she didn't get that third foul. I thought she had 3. I might be wrong. A nice steal. And a layup. Lord, that's 5 straight points by Kayla James.
That's 8 points by Kayla James. She had 2 threes.
No, but I mean, that is 5 straight.
Yeah. In a row. Now that was an out of bounds play.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you, Bob, look at it. Look at the picture there. That's just an awesome picture, and our fans get to see that at home.
I tell you, the camera and the crew do such a great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned to LSC, your local sports channel, Channel 48. Oh, nice look underneath. Nice look underneath.
She made a move like she was going one way, and came back and was wide open.
And oh, my gosh, that one was down in.
Williams shot, foul, and the foul is on.
42, I believe. If they
42, right, for the, that's Holloman. McKenna, Holloman.
That's 10. They're in bonus now, double bonus. Well, this is a good way for Phoebus to close this gap a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, hit that first one. She was the only one I noticed out here practicing almost by herself when we first came in.
Maria Shriven is, that's, maybe she get both of them. She's just she's a senior. She's one of the seniors on this squad. I'm sorry, that's 33. That's Jamaica Carby. I'm sorry, my fault. She's a sophomore. I thought I couldn't see her jersey. It looked like 32, but it was 33. That's an active zone. I love it.
Yes, sir. I mean, there. Nice drive. And they got a hit.
And use that board good. That's Naira Williams. And Bethel's starting to
exert itself
a little bit more, making some shots. Oh, good move that time.
Yep.
Kept right after it. And that was Maria. She got it that time, stayed with it.
Oh, but rebound and a foul.
Rebound that time by Holloman.
That foul was on 23 that time.
Oh, you got the number?
That time I got it. Yes, sir.
And Bethel, she'll be shooting 2. Bethel is still not in the one bonus yet. There's 145 to go in the contest. Missed the first.
There's going to be some practice at the free throw line if this keeps up for Bethel. They got the lead, but it could be much more substantial if they just hit a good percentage of the free throws.
Or how about their layups? All right, Phoebus gets the rebound, and Kiana Jarvis bringing it up. Oh, nice rebound that time. That's the sophomore. That's the sophomore for the Phantoms. They don't have many underclassmen, but that's Carby. What a great job that time getting the rebound.
There we go.
That's a 3 by Naira Williams.
We're starting to get it together now.
But it's still only a 6-point
point
lead.
game, yeah. Look at that, there's another steal. Yes,
And
sir.
guess who? Kayla James.
Yes, sir. She's had 10 points in the second quarter, Bob.
Well, let me tell you, she's not only scoring, but she's stealing the ball. She's
Yeah.
putting a lot of defense on, pressure on the ball.
Good move. Just turn right into it. Oh,
We got a foul on somebody.
it's on 32.
And there'll be 2 shots. Fouls on Williams underneath the basket. She's everywhere.
Somewhere there's a say in there. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. All right. Got the first one.
Got it. You got to get the first one to get the next. Well, no, in this case, she's a double bonus, so she was going to get the second shot anyway. This place is starting to fill up. There's going to be a good crowd here for tonight's game. Friday, December the 5th, 2014. Phoebus High School, your LSC, your local sports channel.
Well, they
Missed the second one, and Williams gets the rebound. She's going to take
Little
another
long.
3.
A little long. A reach in. Silly.
Yeah, that really was a silly foul that time.
Nothing, no purpose.
Barnes she reached in and got an arm.
And she's going to put, I think that's 4, I think. Yeah. Going to put 4 on the line for 2.
Lanisha Love shooting 2, senior. She's been playing on the varsity since she was a freshman. I remember when she first came out. Yeah, you missed that first one.
My partner over here is got a little bit of dryness over here. You all right,
Yeah,
buddy?
a little dry in the mouth.
Well, let's see if she can get something out of this. It's still only a 7-point game. Make it a
Got
6.
Got it.
All right. 35 seconds left to go. Let's see if they realize what they're up against.
Well, and I think what Bethel might do, since they're in that zone, is just wait until there's about 8 seconds left on the clock and take the last shot and hope you get a chance for a rebound, put it back in. So somewhere between 10 and 8 seconds when you want to go. You want to start it right now. Waited too long, I think.
Good pass, good dish. The player had turned to face the basket
She
for a
was
rebound.
going to the rebound, and that
And
wasn't
now-
looking for the ball.
And Bethel just committed a silly foul.
And that's one thing you don't want. I know Coach Johnson is saying, you know, it's less than they couldn't have got a shot off. It's 0.2 of a second.
And it's going to be 2 at the line for Artis.
Yeah. Oh, that's Kiana Artis.
Well, that's closing down. It's a 5-point game. And I'm going to tell you, free throws in this second quarter are keeping Bethel in this game. They've only had,
No, keeping Phoebus
Phoebus
yeah.
in this game, yeah.
And she made them both.
She did that. They've made 8 points on the line in this second quarter alone, Bob.
Yeah. Well, 4-point lead, 28-24 in favor of the Bruins. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts right now, Phoebus is holding on. They haven't. I like the way they're penetrating with the ball and trying to get the shots, but Bethel is playing good man-to-man defense on the other side, but it's cost them some fouls.
Yeah.
They're getting in some silly fouls, and we'll see how that plays out in the second half. And as far as Bethel is not playing the game. Bethel's not playing the game we thought they were going to have so far. They're getting the shots, just have not fallen. So why don't you take it home, Bob?
Well, we got the cheerleaders in front of us. They're going to try to get this crowd warmed up. Stay tuned for the second half action. We'll be right back right after this short timeout. I got Brent Musgrove finally got back over here. He got talking to the officials over on the other side to see what we can get for the foul situation. How about giving us the foul situation?
Well, the foul situation for Phoebus is not too bad. They have 2 players with 2 fouls. But for Bethel, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 2 fouls. Nobody's got 3 according to the official book.
Okay.
According to the official book. But Bethel committed 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fouls to Phoebus's 7. So
That makes a big difference. That makes a big difference. Did you get a chance to talk to the officials?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But the official scorekeeper was laughing a little bit. He said, if I could sneak down and I'm going to say something real quick. It's too late.
Yeah, we're getting ready. The Bruins are just not coming back out on the court. All right, now the drums have stopped playing. We get on to the game. I look for the Bruins not to do anything different, but I'm sure the coach told them you're missing these layups. Maybe it's because you're not keeping your head up and following all the way through with the shot. The Phantoms, I love their defense. They just did a great job on defense, Brett. They have, that zone is very aggressive. Good job of blocking out, and that's a hard thing to do, as you know, having coached also, that zone is the hardest time to block out because you don't have a particular player that you're guarding.
Here you are looking at the shooter, you're looking at the backboard, and you're trying to pick up a third person coming in, trying to get to the board and block them out. It's a very difficult situation.
Well, they're trying to keep the ball out of Kiana's hands. They're playing almost, but Grade is playing her. Alexis Grade is playing her, and they're not letting her get the ball. So that's one of the adjustments coach
nice move.
tried.
He's got a nice move. It just can't get it to go.
Well, it was a nice left-handed shot.
Oh, nice pass. Just right at her foot. But what I was talking about, that first shot they just saw,
yeah.
She's got a great little drop step, but she just got herself too deep under the board for the shot.
Well, and it was a nice left hand. She tried to shoot it with the left hand. I like to see that.
Well, you look what's happening. Bethel's coming out into a man. Looks like a 2-2-1 half-court zone press almost, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you're getting the ball to somebody that's not used to getting the ball outside of underneath the basket. That's a post player that's used to playing out outside. I'm sorry, inside. And all of a sudden you got her outside. She causes a turnover, but that happens. And there we go with the zone. I'm seeing what they're going to try to do with the zone. They got to be passing the ball quicker.
Nice move. And she scored it.
That was
number 4.
Roberts.
Yeah, that was Roberts.
Nice feed inside that time,
That's
Brent.
her first bucket, yep. But like you said, you called it, Bob. They were passing that ball around the perimeter. She broke in front of her defender to get the ball inside.
But you can't hold the ball against the zone. You got to pass it and pass it and pass it.
Good drive.
Phillips did a good job of getting the ball out of bounds, out to the outman, and then Bethel missed another layup.
Well, it's not just that bucket at one end, is it, Bob?
Nope. Nope. Kiana with a shot, didn't get it.
She's going to the bucket. Oh, my Lord, that's got to be intentional. You got to. She picked her up.
Yeah, and I know she did not mean that.
No.
She's not very tall, and I'm talking about Kiana Artist, but she clotheslined her. Wow. Roberts is saying, where did that bear come from?
He said, I didn't hear the bell. What round is this?
That was definitely a phantom of grab.
Woo.
Oh, my.
That ought to be about a 4-point foul shot right there, buddy. I'm telling you.
Well, she's like that. We saw how aggressive she was the first half. She's not going to let you have an easy layup.
If you're coming in there with her,
you're going to pay the price.
Yeah. Again, I've been so impressed with his camera work. I mean, it's great. It's like you're right there on the court. Of course, we are, but the fans at home get to see this. It's really good. All right, she's hit that second one.
Roberts make the second one. They're going to try to keep the ball out of Kiana's hand. Oh, you can't do it. She's so quick. But Alexis Great is now guarding her man-to-man rather than Kayla James. A nice backside help that time by Naira Williams. Oh, good job that time by Roberts. You saw it, got the rebound and went right back up. And it got the foul called on the Bruins. On the Phantoms. So all of a sudden they picked up 2 fouls.
I think she said 3-2 on that.
All right.
I'm going to go with it.
Go with it.
It ain't going to be a third half, so I'm going to go with it.
Roberts, nice stroke that time. Chief Justice Jr. There ain't many seniors on this Bethel squad. There's only 4 seniors on it. And they've got them both.
Next year looks real strong. I mean, you see how strong they are this year.
Yeah.
They're going to have another year under the belt. And
Bethel has pulled out to a 9-point lead.
Look at that steal.
And a foul that time on number
23.
For the Phantoms, that's Maria Sherman. And it was a steal, and Kayla James is not the biggest girl on the court, but she gets up in the air and times her jump great and caused the turnover.
A little short. A little short. She had a nice little shovel shot almost.
Yeah,
didn't it
it's
look like?
almost like she Great just short-armed it. Nice shot that time by Alexis Great. That gives him a 11-point lead, largest lead of the game. And there's a little touch foul. You can't go over the back. And that's the third one on Jen. Now she's got 3. Kayla James picked up her third, and that's coach doesn't want that kind of a foul.
Yeah, but I get so tickled when you look at her. She ain't big as a minute. You see her little shoulder slump. It almost took her jersey to her knees. But I'll tell you what, brother, pound for pound, she's as scrappy as they come out there.
She is.
And quick. Look at that. Now that was a push-off that should have been called. She got in there and got a piece of that.
But see, she got in the passing lane.
Yep.
She knew that the easiest looking pass is where the player wants to put the game. They're going to give her, you got to pull her out. You got 5 minutes, third quarter, you got 3 fouls. She's your leading scorer right now.
You got 11-point lead.
Yeah.
Give her a rest and save it. She don't need to take a chance on that foul, like you said. And this little handoff on the weave, Bob.
Yeah.
She penetrated and scored.
And that's
I love
Diana Artis. I love her.
That's her first 2 of the second half, but she had 15 in the first half.
And that was a great pass that time to Great from Naira Williams. Alexis was breaking to the basket, went up high and got the ball. What a great pass and catch. Drew the foul and put on the line for 2.
I think that was on 33, which will be her third foul, Bob. That'll be Barnes' third foul, I believe.
Yeah. And this is 4 fouls, real quick fouls, the first 3 minutes of this third quarter against the Phantoms. And takes it back to a double-digit lead with that free throw.
I was wrong. That was not on Barnes. I was wrong.
Oh, no.
Second time this week.
The first time is when you thought you were?
Yeah.
All right. Fans coming down. Can off Artis. That was a foul. Yeah, she bumped her. And that's Great. How many's that on Alexis?
That was 32.
That was Williams. Naira Williams.
Okay.
She's got to have at least 2. I would think.
That's her third.
Her third?
Yep. If it was on Nina Williams, it was a third.
We got a timeout called by the Phantoms because, again, they were almost got a 5-second call trying to get the ball in bounds.
Well, you got just not quite 5 minutes to go in the game in the third quarter. And Phoebus has opened up from a 4-point lead. Bethel from a 4-point lead to a 10-point lead in the third quarter. And you can see where it's coming, because so far, I don't have Phoebus is scoring but 2 points in the third quarter. They're 24 at halftime.
Well, that's right.
And in the second half, where Bethel was missing in the first half of free throws, they're now 4 of 6.
Well, yeah, that's
a little bit better improvement in the second half.
Much better improvement. Kiana Artis, the junior point guard scrapper out there, is the only one that's got a basket for the Phantoms in the second half so far, and she did that on penetration. And right now she's got a three-pointer. Wow, in and out.
On the floor, on the floor. Hey, on the floor.
And the foul, I'm not sure who the foul was on, but Maria Shriven, the senior, got fouled.
It was on 40, Bob.
Okay, and
that's her second. That's Phillips' second.
but that was a non-shooting foul. Non-shooting foul,
okay.
yeah. The foul was on Kelsey Phillips.
Wow, she got pushed from behind. Look at her go down the floor. Yeah, she pushed off of that arm.
She did. That was a good call.
Yeah,
Roy Johnson is not happy about it, but I saw that over here. She threw that left forearm out and pushed down a little space. And if you do that, you're going to end up.
She wanted to give that little room for the shot. You can't do it.
And no, you can't do that.
Especially when you're out in the open, running ahead of the pack, and everybody in the house is looking at you.
Watching you. And she just trying to get a little space. Made the shot, but no good.
No little steal. Ooh, nice little. You see that little sidestep?
Little sidestep. Braxton did a good job. She's one of the juniors on this Bruin team.
Phoebus hadn't quit. I like the movement they're showing.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, my Lord.
Roberts got the rebound and was fouled by.
I think he said 2-3.
2-3, exactly. 2-3 is Brittany Rooks, one of the starters. Have not called her name much tonight, but that doesn't mean she hasn't been out there hustling. Bruins with a 12-point lead has a chance to expand on that. And right now there's 4 fouls against the Bruins and 5 against the Phantoms. And nice move.
Did you see that? Nice move. Nice rebound. Yeah, she didn't want to take it up.
Yeah, but she threw it right where somebody was already there. Oh, good pass. But I think they got the foul before the shot.
He called it on 10. He called it on Braxton. No, yeah, he called it on Braxton.
The Phantoms get the ball out of bounds on the side court.
Well, Bob, it's early in the season for both of these teams. And this game doesn't define anything, but we've been talking about Bethel now for a couple of weeks. You and I have got a chance to see him practice, and now this is the second game we got to see him play. Their outside shooting and their quickness are very impressive.
Very impressive. 34, Jacayla Howard, just a freshman, just checked in. And they're real high on her. They think she's going to be a good ball player in the future. And she, he was going to leave her on the JVs, but he said she just was so good, did such a good job that he says I couldn't leave her down there. I had to bring her up and hope to get her on the varsity.
Good scrapping. Over her back, I think is what
had to be.
It was on 32, I believe.
That's Maria Shriven. It's Scriven. How do you pronounce that?
That was close.
I apologize in advance if I messed up.
Maria. I'm going to say Scriven.
You're probably right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That little number 5, great. She is just leaving the floor all over the place.
And they called a foul on somebody from the Bruins. I didn't get it.
I think they just took her out, would be number 4.
Who they take out?
They took out Roberts. So I'm
Okay.
going to assume
That could be very well why he took her out.
that's her 3rd. Oh, that's telegraph.
But she figured that, and that's Naira Williams. I'm sorry,
Smart.
that's Alexis Gray. That is why she's so good. She had a feeling that's where the ball was going to go, and that's what she did. She stepped right in the passing lane and got the ball. Now we got a foul down the other end.
It's on 21.
And that's Cobb, Letitia Cobb, a junior for the Bruins.
Got to be 1 and 1, I think. Or is it the other way around?
No, it's 1 and 1.
Got to be 1 and 1. Yeah.
That's 7 fouls against the Bruins.
Well, this is her first attempt in the 3rd quarter, Bob. And then she hit it clean.
Maria, good shot.
She had 5 points in the first half. That gives her 6. And nice, sweet shot, huh?
Yeah, got them both.
But the downside of it right now is Phoebus is not getting much scoring from anybody. They've only scored 4 points. And it's kicked out. Good call. Good call.
Good. But you saw what happened that time? Phoebus was back in the zone, but as soon as they crossed half court, Kiana Artis was all over the ball handler, and they ended up almost turning it over.
Yeah, she jumped out of what looked like a zone. There she is again. Oh, so they're doing a matchup, Bob. That's what they're doing more than anything else.
But it's aggressive.
Yes, sir. You look at Artis right there on that ball at some point. I mean, she is not taking her eyes off of that ball.
She get down and where she's right with the ball.
Right. Take it to the hole. Let's see who gets this.
That was Cobb, the junior, Letitia Cobb.
34, he called that on.
Took it to the hoop, and that 2 shots, and it puts both of them in the bonus now. Even though she's shooting 2 and 7 team fouls on both teams. I got the first one.
Is that 21 on the line, Bob? Can you tell?
That's,
Cobb, yes.
Yes.
Well,
Got 'em both.
I'll tell you what, and where she releases it from, I mean, it's really a sweet shot.
Yeah, it is sweet.
But you tell she grew up in the backyard shooting it from there when she was about 3 or 4.
There's a three ball. Rebound. And then, but
Nice look.
Phoebus
Nice
did a great
look.
job of doubling the,
Yes,
the
sir.
rebounder that time. And they're doing full court. They have been full court all night. Great took the ball right into the basket. But remember when we were talking to David Brooks, he says, I might change defenses a lot.
Yes.
Well, that was, Bethel was not ready for it and gave up 2 points. They caused the turnover, got the ball, did a great job of getting the ball to an open player, got the basket.
What did it for me is the quickness that they get that ball up court.
Yeah.
You cannot walk if you're playing against Bethel.
No. Well, yeah. Alexis Gray is just really struggling tonight. You got 1 of 2.
Just right now.
The Bruins they're back in it. Look like they're in a 1-2-2 zone.
Nice shot. 34. Yeah, that was Howard hit
Yeah,
that.
that's freshman.
Bethel is not shy about putting the ball up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they'll penetrate in a minute.
You don't have to worry about any college rules of 25 seconds or anything like that.
Oh, nice job that time by Barnes. Got the rebound, put it right back up. Didn't dribble, didn't do anything. Just right back up. And that's what you want them to do.
That's what you want a big player to do. Way to look. I like the way Phoebus is looking.
And Bethel's in the. Bethel is in that 1-2-2 zone. Had the rebound. Had a player breaking free half court. And the pressure caused the turnover.
Absolutely.
And then they turned over, then they made a foul. So we got Maria's on the line, shooting 1-and-1, gets the first one. Actually, she shoot two. That was a shooting foul.
I'm not going to say I want to jinx her.
Don't say anything.
I'm not going to say that.
But you're thinking of it.
You're saying, no, but you know I'm thinking of it, so who's going to be the jinx here? Nobody. Nobody. Well, just to let you know, right now she is 5 of 6 from the free throw line in this game.
But
So
that pressure, full court pressure that the Phantoms are doing has really confused Bethel and caused the Bethel coaching staff, Roy Johnson, call a timeout.
But you got to look at something else. Look who he had on the floor.
He didn't have any ball handlers.
Right, exactly.
Didn't have Kayla out there. You got to have Kayla out there. You got to have Nyla Williams out there. Alexis Graham's out there. But if you double team her or face her and don't let her get the ball, then they're going to find somebody else to throw the ball to that's not used to handling the ball.
James, Great, Naira Williams, any of those girls are a big asset in bringing that ball up court.
Yeah.
When they're all three out there, there's hardly any way
Well,
you
all
can
three
stop them.
could be a point guard. They
Oh,
could all
absolutely.
3 point.
Yep. Well, somebody just opened the door to this gym. Did you feel that? Well, I'm telling you what, a cold front just moved through inside of this gym. I didn't see the clouds, but I swear a cold front just went by here. All
But
right.
you see what they're doing? They're leaving everybody open, but great.
And they still tried to throw it to him.
And that turnover.
You got 3 girls standing there in the open. She still tried to throw it to her. Okay, that's a turnover.
Just amazes me. The coach has got to, they call timeout, you got to say, listen, gals,
Jump ball.
call a jump ball, which is Bethel Bruin ball, but the Bruins got to get the ball in bounds. They can't get the ball in bounds. Somebody needs to set up a pick for, great, look at that, another turnover.
My,
I tell you, I'm impressed with
this
this
Phoebus
team.
press.
They
Yes, sir.
have played a zone all night, and all of a sudden they jump man-to-man full court, and Bruins can't get the ball in bounds. 3 times they tried to get the ball in bounds, haven't got it in yet.
Well, I think if I've got this right, that's 33's 4th foul. That's Barnes' 4th foul, if I've got this right. But that's up for discussion. It's that basket, Bob. I'm
Yeah, I tell you.
convinced. I'm convinced.
Well, they're getting the ball to the person that can handle it.
Nice move.
Yes, it
It
was.
didn't finish.
They 3 shots at the basket and came up empty every time.
Good pull-up.
There's a 3 ball short.
Oh, she walked. I don't know if she had possession. I couldn't tell, Bob.
Well, he thought she
He
did.
thought she
and
did.
That's all that matters.
That's where I was going. He thought she did so. There it is.
Jacayla Howard bringing the ball in bounds, and Diana passes the ball, gets the ball back. That's one of the young lady you got to watch shooting the outside shot.
There it is.
I know the Bruins are saying, I'm glad this quarter's over because I'm going to substitute. I'm going to bring back in James. I'm going to bring back in
Great.
Braxton. Great was already in. They're going to bring back Williams. I'm going to have the 3 ball handlers out there because if they're going to press like that, I need to have somebody other than Great bringing the ball in.
Well, I think he was concerned in Bethel. The coach was concerned about some people in foul trouble.
Yeah,
He's got a quarter to
absolutely.
go, and he's got if I've got my fouls right, I've got 3 people with 3, 4 people with 3, and 1 person with 4 fouls for
Wow.
Bethel. For Bethel, and they now have a 11-point lead.
The ball's good. The possession arrow faces the Phantoms, so they get the ball coming. Start the fourth quarter.
This could Phoebus come out here and get a little run. We got something going. Got a game.
They're scrappers.
But
The Bruins have 9 fouls against them, so the next foul will be a double bonus. The Phantoms have 4 fouls against them. I'm sorry, 8. So they have 2 more before they'll go into the double bonus.
in that third quarter, Bob, Phoebus had 3 field goals, all 2s, and they were 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
There you
all
go.
4 were made by Scriven, 4 for 4 in that third quarter.
There you go.
As far as for Bethel, they had 2, 3, 4, 5 field goals, and 7 of 9.
So they
from the free
showed
throw.
17 points in that quarter.
Yeah. I'm glad you're a teacher. I am impressed.
All right.
You actually did that mentally, too. He didn't have a pencil in his hand, folks, when he did that. Whistle before the shot, and that was their first 3.
And there was an offensive foul. And that evidently
That
went
was-
by Kiana Artist. She got one little space, too.
Well, that would have been a big bucket. That would have cut it down into single digits. Oh, she was trying to pass in 4.
Yeah. But again, I don't know why the coach does this, but it's hard to penetrate against that zone. You got to pass the ball, get the open shot, and maybe get yourself an 8 to 10 footer. But Phoebus is just playing smart basketball.
She's good smart. I got to get.
Well, Kiana says, no, I'm not going to foul her this time.
Bethel's pressure is definitely making a difference in the first minute.
There's Naira Williams with the shot. Kayla James is the smallest
Oh, my
girl on
Lord.
the court, got the rebound, and look at that.
It was Roberts that followed up and got it.
They had 3 tries that basket, giving a big 15-point lead. And it's big with just under 1 minute's been played. Just over a minute been played in this fourth quarter.
And they put 2 quick buckets up there, Bob.
And it's defense and hustling and rebounds. They got 3 rebounds that last time.
Yeah. How big was that takeaway 3?
Oh, man.
I mean, they would have cut it to 8 instead of 11, and she commits an offensive foul and take the bucket away. Now you're looking at 15 points instead of 11.
Well, see, could well been, it's been 34 to 47. So, 37, it would have been 10
35.
points. Yeah.
45.
Timeout was called by the Phantoms that time. And they just need to settle down because they're letting Bethel get too many rebounds. And the coach is saying, okay, we're going to try to do a little something different. And the Bruins are saying, okay, we're going to play you man-to-man. We're going to make you take some time off the clock, bringing this ball up the court. Alexis Great's going to guard Kiana Artis.
Well, they did what they wanted to do. Wide open, nice play. Nice.
Bethel double
Nicely done.
teamed and
Paid
did
the
a great
price.
job of finding the open player that time. And that Kayla James, she's a spark plug or what?
Oh,
She was too open. Thought she was going to get some contact that time.
well, now Phoebus has dropped back opposite to a matchup zone. Yep, a little quick step.
Yep. The good thought, good move, except took a little skip step that time.
Gotta put the
but
ball
she went
down.
an S. Braxton.
Got to put the ball down first. That's the rule, isn't it?
I think so. You can't move your pivot foot without dribbling. That would be the rule
That's
you're
the rule.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I was just trying to get you to help the fan.
I'm trying to do my best.
We talked about the quickness. Nice look.
They're looking for underneath the basket. That's a great job. Jamaica Carvey is just a sophomore. She's finding the open spot. And here we go with a nice job that time by Bethel. Got the rebound, couldn't put it back in. I don't think it's the basket. I just think Bethel, I don't know why they're missing the easy layups, but they are.
They're rushing their shots or something.
Nothing. They're not smooth.
I like the way Roberts hustled back there. Nice shot. That was 32 right there.
Maria.
They're making this a game, Bob.
They don't count them out.
Yeah.
Went from a 15-point to a 9.
Oh, that's big.
Oh,
Leave me alone and see what I do.
Barnes came out to the top of up there and made a nice 2-point. If I'm going to come out, you're going to have to guard me because I'm going to shoot.
That's what she looked at him and said, okay, leave me alone. I'm going to show you something. She forced that a little bit. 32 again. She's making a game of it, Bob.
I tell you what, she did a great job that time getting the rebound, but from my perspective, looked like she went over the back. The official right there, evidently she had space, she got the ball, tapped it to herself, made the basket.
And if you look on the floor, what's the coach doing? He's talking to him about it.
Yeah.
He's moving his hands. So what's going on? But I got to say, if they're going to let him play, Scriven has come out here and she's put up 8 points in this second half. She's the leading scorer right now for Phoebus. And Bethel, on the other hand, has a total of 6 points in the fourth quarter. That's it. So it's a 9-point game from a 15-point game, like you said.
Well, and I'm going right back to what we talked about all game long. Bethel High School cannot make a layup. They can't make a putback right in the square. I don't know if they shoot it too hard. They're rushing the shot. They're not keeping the head up. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I've ever seen a girls team that can't make that shot. That is something that they work on.
Well, it's like you said, I don't know if it's just, I can't believe it's pressure because they had pressure Tuesday night. And but they're just, and it's not really contested. They're getting the ball back up clean. It's just not falling.
Now the look like the Phantoms they're coming out to meet them at half court. And that's your shooter. That's your shooter. You love it when Kayla James is on.
Well, that's her first points of the second half.
And she just stole that ball. A good pass.
Oh, my.
What a nice pass. Whoa.
That's TV stuff right there, buddy.
Yeah. Kiana Hardest stole the ball, threw the ball, made a great pass. They didn't get the basket, but they maintained possession of the ball. And I tell you, they work at getting open underneath the basket on the inbound play that time. The foul was on
number 10,
Robert.
Braxton.
Oh,
Braxton.
on Braxton?
Yeah, it's on Braxton. I'm going to tell you what, Scriven is having a game, buddy.
She's doing a good job. I tell you about Maria, she's been all over the court. She finds open spots. She gets the ball. She puts it up. She's hitting the free throws.
Well, and the big thing is she's getting herself in position to score. Look at that rebound. There's another one. And they're playing ping pong off of that backboard.
Yeah, that will put Bethel on the line shooting 2. That's a double bonus. And that was, and that's hustle foul.
Yeah.
As a coach.
Can't argue with that. It was on Love, and she's trying to they got a little thing going there.
Yeah.
Got a little heat going in the lane there. I mean, they had 2 good shots at it, and just looked like loop-to-loop over the bucket there.
Now Williams on the line, shooting 2, and just off tonight.
Well, I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you. You know, she has no points in the second half.
I believe, that not shock me at all. She does pass the ball. She dishes a lot, but I just not seen her play offensively, not scored. She is so snake bit, she didn't even hit the rim that time. And that is not
Well,
the young lady we've seen playing since she's been a freshman.
in the interview tonight, the coach talked about legs in the end of the game. He said we've got to work on our stamina. And this is what he's talking about. Knees get a little tired, you get a little weak. And good idea, put it up and make it.
Right off the board.
Put it up and
And
make it.
Maria again.
Yes, sir.
And she stepped over the line, bringing the ball inbounds.
Just watch this.
Watch this, right on the line. Steve was right there. Oh, this is the basket. Watch it. See, I can't get it. Okay, heck with you. I'll put it up off the board. Fantastic.
Bethel got the ball. Going to be fouled by 23, I believe.
And Brittany Rooks.
Now, I'm just making sure. The reason I said 23 because I have to wait for him to go over and call the number. Yeah, I think that's going to be her fifth.
And that's her fifth foul.
Yeah.
Again.
Wow.
I know what's wrong. And she's probably saying, what in the world's wrong? I cannot make a free throw. I can't even hit the rim.
Somebody's moved the line. That's what's happened. It's the only thing she can be thinking. I mean, she's just too good a shooter, too good a player.
Yeah, you got to get that out of your mind. Got to get the negative thoughts out of your mind. Get that basket. And that's what she did.
Get that first one.
Yeah. And back to a double-digit lead, 45-55, with 3.5 to go. And there's your three-pointer.
Yeah, she starts making a couple of those, buddy.
Diana can do that in a heartbeat.
Good smart playing right now.
Yeah.
That's a hand check.
Yeah. I didn't know if they're going to call it or not, but they finally did, and that was Love. Lanisha Love with putting her hand on. You can't impede the progress of the offensive player, and that puts Great on the line, shooting two.
I think that's her fourth foul. Love's fourth foul. Wow.
And she has struggled at the line tonight. She struggled at the line.
That was a line drive there, Bob.
That was almost what the kids would call a brick.
Well, that a little softer. A nice touch.
She's got a great touch on the ball, as Naira Williams do, but it's just, for some reason tonight, they're struggling.
Getting close to 5. Wow, call that on Williams.
Wow. I mean, this hustle, this Phoebus team just presses the dickens out of me. They are scrapping, they're reaching for the ball, they're falling on the floor, they're going after the ball. You can't ask the team to do any more than what they're doing out here tonight. But the Bruins look tired. Maybe that's it. The coach says they need to get in shape. Maybe run them too much in the two practices they had Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know, but they just don't look in sync like we saw them against Hampton on Tuesday night. Naira Williams comes out of the game. So you only got 2 ball handlers in there right now. I'll tell you that
they're scrapping.
They're scrappers. And that's Jakayla Howard, just a freshman. Number 34, just all over the place. Number 34 is at 24, I'm sorry. Coles, also a scrapper.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Phoebus puts a bucket up here now.
We got a new game here. You got plenty of time. And
there it is.
And the coach is going to say, why you jump? And she didn't even fake a shot. You jump and fell right into her, put her on the line shooting 2.
I don't know if that's a 4th or 5th. I'm not sure.
And that was on Braxton?
Yes.
That's 5 on Braxton.
That's what I had. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a far cry from the game we watched the other night on the number of fouls that have been called.
Was that 23 on the foul line, Brooks?
I think it's 33.
33? I can't see, but that's Carby then. I can see one number. There it is, 33. You're absolutely right.
We're getting instructions from the director. If we look at the TV set,
You
we
will
might
see
know
it's
something.
33.
That's why he the director.
Yeah, it's why he's a big guy. New daddy.
While we got a chance to talk about this, we're going to give away player of the game so that T-shirts that come Tidewater Team Sports 5940411.
Absolutely.
Jerry McNamara and Dave Chubb, please, if any of your needs, sporting needs, they do embroidery, they do it all. Give them a call. Tidewater Team Sports. She missed both of those. That was big.
Alexis Great got fouled. I tell you, also, I'm talking about what I'm thinking about player of the game. So we got so many candidates right now, and
yeah, I'm with you. Let me get this. What is this number? And who's that on the line, Bob? That's great, isn't it?
Great on the line, yes.
Okay.
Missed the first one and missed the second one.
Wow.
But
we got the ball.
Got the ball back. Bethel, I'm sorry, the coach is saying, take some time off the clock. Run that clock a little bit. And good job that time, Anara Williams penetrating and getting the basket, puts back to a 10-point lead by the Bruins.
Nice look.
Hustle. And great Devin Crippy, and that's because of defense.
Yep.
Defense cost that.
All because of hustle and defense. Okay, let's take a look. But I think, I can go there. That's not a
I
problem.
like the defense he's played and everything.
You can go forward there.
Timeout by Bethel Bruins that time. The coach, he got the basket, calls the timeout, and you'll see a lot of times that happens. This is a strategy thing. What you want to do is make sure now you got your defense in line. We're going to put some pressure on, bringing the ball up. We're going to make Phoebus run some time off the clock because they don't want to right now. What's hurting Phoebus is there's only a minute 47 seconds to go in the half. In the game.
Did her last time.
Yeah.
So we can take it up here. We want to go here or there. Okay. Because that's what I'm looking in the second half.
I understand that, but she's been in foul trouble. Has done a great job defensively. She's done a lot of stealing.
Oh, I'm not arguing.
That's
I just want you to see the whole thing. That's all.
Okay.
That's why I got this book.
Is that why you got the book?
Yeah, so you see the whole thing.
Okay, well then what is your position on?
I'm sitting to the left of you. Well, it's a 12-point game with less than 2 minutes to go. And she was open under there. Well, I didn't see one of the Bethel players move, but
Well, they put their hands up, but they're going to call a foul, and they're going to put Jamaica Carby on the line, just a sophomore.
that was on 33. I think that's her fifth, if I got it right.
Well, if it's not the fifth foul, because she'd be out of there now. And that's Carby, number 33, missed the first, just a sophomore. She is really impressing me. She's been great for this team.
And she
finds the open area, looks for the ball, gets it, then put it on the ground, and puts it up right away.
And she gives them some rebounding strength,
Yes.
Bob. She gives them some strength on the board.
All right, now we're going to let Kayla James bring the ball up at the court. Oh, nice screen. Nice screen.
She's working around that screen, and every time she breaks the dribble with that screen. She backs it off. Nobody's counting. I don't see it.
They're not close enough. So you got 3 good ball handlers for the Bruins, and that right now is.
She's surprised she was so open.
Yeah. Missed the shot.
Less than a minute to go, Bob. 2 great games here.
Both teams have played excellent tonight.
Yes, they have. And over here, well, I got to say it was a good game. A lot of guard play in here, and I got to give Phoebus kudos, buddy. They came back and scrapped hard. I know it's a 12-point game.
12-point, but I tell you, it's a lot closer than 12 points.
They scrapped hard. Congratulations on both of these teams. So our players of the game, Bob, why don't you go ahead and give them out while we're talking here?
All right, the player of the game for the Bethel Bruins, Kayla James, who scored a lot of points first half, only 3 the second half, but I just love the way she played defense, did a great job.
Well, she ended up with 18 points, Bob, for the game.
And who did we get for the Bruins?
We got Scraven for the second half. She had 5 points in the first half, but in the second half, she had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the second half.
Oh.
So, like you say, so it gives her 7. That'd give her 17 points.
We need to get closer.
He says I'm not. That's just the skin sagging down on my old age, brother. You can't do nothing about that. Let's wrap it up. So our 2 players of the games are Scraven for Phoebus and James for Bethel. And Bethel comes out of tonight 2-0 and heading into next week, which we'll probably catch them somewhere because we got a night off.
All
All right, Bob, take it home.
I want to tell you the final score, 60 for the Bruins, 48 for the Phantoms. I want to thank our crew, did a great job. Thank Brent for coming. Stay tuned for another game coming up. Good night, everybody.